doing? Oh.
It's all right, don't wake up.
It's the middle of the night.
Well, it's 5 o'clock. I've got to get upstairs before me mum.
Your mother doesn't live here anymore, Harvey.
She doesn't live here anymore. Oh. I'm going to try and get back into my dream. Oh. Here's a really rude one about Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby? Rude?
It might have been Bob Hope.
Harvey, what would you say if I said I was dreaming about Dorothy Lamour?
I'd say, swap.
Come home from work, I've got a date, I shouldn't have to do the tea. You sit there, relax, don't give yourself an hernia. Look, I'm trying to lay the table, can't all this wait?
I work full-time and all, you know.
Well, why can't Stanley get the tea then?
Because he takes after his dad now. Drafts, heating, leaks. Have I left anything out?
Have you mentioned the crack in the kitchen floor?
Oh, not to mention the grass growing through it.
You don't want the council, you want a lawnmower.
This is serious.
Well, you don't really think the council's going to rush round here and do all these repairs, do you?
It's their responsibility, your dad said.
Oh, it's funny how you listen to him when it suits you.
It's council property.
But it's always been cold and drafty, especially in the lav. If you don't keep a tight grip of the toilet paper, it blows out your hands.
Margaret, not before tea, please.
God.
Well, you can make light of it. You're going to be married and out of here before you know it.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
I'm not prepared to put up with it no longer. It was different when I thought I was getting my own place.
That isn't Veronica's fault.
Did I mention Veronica?
No, but you were thinking it.
Yeah, well, she just got rotten timing, that's all. I suppose that's why she's up the spout.
Look, if she hadn't lent you that money last winter, you wouldn't have an hairdressing business now.
Well, it's an hell of a time to ask for it back.
Veronica this, Veronica that. People are always picking on Veronica.
I am not picking on Veronica. Is that all right?
Tea ready yet?
You don't have to bang a gong with him,
It
do
wouldn't kill
you?
you to lend an hand, would it?
Oh, no, that's women's work.
Who says?
Dad and Jeff and Alfie. No effing draft, Mum.
Yes, there is in our kitchen.
Oh, I'm starving. I could eat an horse.
Well, you should get off. You should live in France.
Why's that?
They eat horses there. I read it somewhere.
Oh.
That's it. It's all coming up. I'm starting again.
That flash is on the blink again.
It works best if you creep up on it and take it by surprise.
I found this upstairs.
Oh, I haven't looked at that for years. There's a nice one at the back. Me and Rosie and little Albert at the old Crystal Palace.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Oh, I thought you were looking at the old photo album. Blimey, is that still here? They were bombed out in the Blitz, they were. Oh, paint and paper everywhere. Grandfather painted the parlour.
Nice patterns in it. I like this one the best. I wonder if they've still got it.
And paper everywhere. Why?
Well, don't you think this place could do with a bit of a touch-up?
What's wrong with it? It's clean, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
To the ceiling. Rosie chose this paper.
Oh, yeah, it's very nice. It's a bit faded, though, isn't it?
Anyway, any redecoration is down to the Railways Board. And if we talk to them about it, they'll send somebody around here and paint the whole place green.
Well, then we won't tell them, will we?
Oh, who's that?
If it's a man with a pot of green paint, don't let him in.
Oh, hello. Anyway, most of those patterns are probably out of stock by now.
Well, we won't know till we go and have a look.
How's Mrs. Barrett?
Who?
You!
Oh, shit. Of course it's me.
You all right, Duchess?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Just making sure he's looking after you.
Yeah, of course he is.
No, as a matter of fact, I had an errand to run over this way.
Good time for a cup of one here?
Lovely.
I'll do the honours, won't you,
Yeah,
Ryan?
yeah, to be honest.
Take the weight off, Harvey.
Redecorating?
No, your mother was just looking flipping.
Married life's obviously agreeing with the pair of you.
What? Oh, not half. How about you?
Me? There's a long way to go before me and Frida.
Don't tell me you're not putting in a bit of practice now you've got the place to yourself, eh?
What do you make of all this Russian monkey business in Berlin, then, eh?
Oh, I'm not surprised. Mr. Churchill says he'll walk all over Europe if you let him.
I don't know about that.
You and your Labour boys have been a sight too soft on the Ruskies.
Not me. Look, as far as Berlin's concerned, I stand shoulder to shoulder with Ernie Bevin.
I'm sure he finds that a great comfort, son. Can I use the best cups?
Hey, Mum, do you know you've done me a lot of good without knowing it?
Why?
Well, a lot of kids in my class, they still smoke. But having to sit here every morning and blow your ash away before it lands in my porridge, you have put me right off.
Oh, good. I'd give it up if I could.
Well, it's easy.
How?
Just don't like the end.
Good morning.
Hello. Do you want a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
You were out late last night.
Yeah, it was quite late.
Hmm.
Oh, isn't it dark in here? I think I'll draw the curtains. Could you pass that sugar, please?
You don't take sugar.
Oh, no. Silly me, I forgot.
So, Stanley, what you going to do today?
Well, probably have a game of football with the chaps. Unless they're otherwise engaged.
Is my mascara all right?
Well, it was till you rubbed it.
Oh, come on then. What's this big surprise that Alfie had to give you last night?
Give you 3 guesses.
Oh, give us a clue.
I'm engaged to be married.
Oh, you're never.
Oh, come on then, let's have a look.
It's an half a carat solitaire with big wet shoulders and a platinum setting.
Nice.
If someone had told me a year ago that I'd be eating cold chopped fish for breakfast,
Oh, I'm sorry. We've got no eggs.
no, I like it. I like waking up with you. I like having breakfast with you. I like all the other things.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I forgot. We've been invited over to my mum's for tea on Sunday.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, that's cooked tea, what you call supper.
Oh, yes, you mean dinner.
No. If it was Monday, it might be dinner, but on a Sunday, you have your dinner at lunchtime. I'll get my mum to explain it to you. They seem all right, no? Seem happy enough.
Your mother and... Well, what is he now to you?
Stepfather.
Stepfather?
Yeah, there's a fault. Yeah, they're sitting there either side of the fire like Darby and Joan.
Who?
My mum and Jeff. Hey, it'd be nice though, wouldn't it? When we were married.
Oh, Harvey, I don't think it'll be so very different from the way things are now.
It'll be legal, kosher.
Well, maybe it won't be so exciting when it's legal.
Yeah, well, you're being all bohemian again, aren't you?
Don't worry. When your divorce comes through, I'll marry you.
Yeah, but I wish we could speed things up. I mean, now that me and Ree have more or less buried the hatchet, I mean, she could do me for adultery rather than desertion.
Well, what's the difference?
It's about a year less waiting.
Well, let it be adultery then. After all, no one can deny that's what we commit.
No, no. Not with you.
So who else are you committing adultery with?
Nobody. I don't want to drag your name through the courts.
But Harvey, I'm a bohemian. Maybe it'll help the price of my paintings if I have a certain je ne sais quoi.
Well, I might not want to marry a woman with a certain...
Ah, but it's all right for you to go to Brighton and be witnessed in bed with a prostitute.
No, it's the damn thing. Everybody does it. People understand. I mean, the women that do this sort of thing, they'd yell blue murder if somebody did lay a finger on them. I mean, I'm not actually going to sleep with the girl.
Harvey, that's exactly what you are going to do.
What?
Sleep.
A touch too matronly, I think.
Alternatively, although of course it's a trifle more expensive, the rose du bois would complement the blouse.
Penelope.
What do you think, dear? It's so sweet. Please, please, Mummy.
You're supposed to wear it, not sack it.
A fraction too frivolous, perhaps. Now let me see. What about this one?
Really? Penelope?
Perfect.
It's a little large. It's frightfully unsecure.
Nonsense. Put this on my account, Mr. Brandon, and deliver it to Fitzroy Square.
Certainly, Mrs.
Mildred,
Hallows.
please. Now come along, Penelope. We've a lot to do.
Coming, Mummy.
I'll need to get you some warm knickers, bust bodices, and I think you'll need some sensible shoes.
I don't know how you can be doing with that old bag.
Please, Maggie, Mrs. Hallows is an old and valued customer. She's already married off 3 of her daughters, and on their special day, not one of them has been allowed to outshine their mother.
Mildred's been drinking out of that. Poor girls.
Poor Andrew Lennox.
Who's he?
Captain Andrew Lennox, Royal Engineers, the future husband. You know, Maggie, they say if you want to know what your wife will look like in 30 years' time, look at the mother.
I could always join the Foreign Legion.
Yes, well, that's where Alf is such a lucky young man.
Yeah, my mum's lovely for her age, isn't she? It's a shame you two never
You know,
quite
I
hit it off.
think the world of her.
I know.
Harvey, what a pleasant surprise.
So, this is where you hang your hat.
Dad.
I believe that congratulations are in order.
Who told
Your
you?
mum got me on the blower. It's only a couple of stops on the tube, so I thought I'd shoot straight over.
It's an half-carat solitaire with baguette shoulders and a platinum setting.
Hey, as long as you're doing it because you want to.
Madam Phyllis?
Not because you have to.
Don't worry, I've learnt by your mistakes.
It's Veronica, a
Veronica!
bouncing baby girl.
What?
8 pounds, 3.5 ounces.
Phoebe Dorothy Greta?
Vi? Vi?
I can hear you.
Ah, thought you nodded off.
No, I was thinking.
Oh, it's cold in here. Yeah, the fire's gone out. Come on, Vi, let's go to bed.
Now, don't you worry about me.
But I do worry about you. I care for you, don't I? I mean, we're man and wife, aren't we?
Don't start all that all over again.
Or what? I ain't starting anything.
No, you bet your socks you're not.
Ah, look, I'm sorry about this morning, Vi.
It's got nothing to do with this morning.
It's just that, well, first thing, it sort of has a mind of its own.
You know I don't like that sort of talk.
But what else am I supposed to say?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it might have been better if we'd never got wed.
Oh, don't talk like that.
No, I mean it. I mean... Well, you've only been on your own a few years. I mean, you still miss all that, and... Well, it's 20 years since my Charlie passed over. I mean... God blimey.
Never too late, Vi.
It's too late to learn an old dog new tricks, Jeff.
I don't want you to learn any new tricks. I just want you to bone up on some of the old ones.
Good evening.
Oh, hello. What? Still raining, is it?
I'm afraid it is. May I come in? I'm from the council. Cude.
What?
Mr. Cude. C-U-D-E.
Prove it.
Come again?
My mum says I shouldn't let people in.
Oh, very sensible.
Oh, yes, that'll do. Come in.
Thank you.
Take a pew. My mum will be home in a bit. Here, Mr. Cude, are you any good at jigsaws?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, 'cause I can't find the top of King Henry's hat.
There's always one like that, isn't there?
Yeah.
This is a very fine jigsaw.
500 pieces, you know. My dad bought this for me.
Oh. What time did you get home?
Oh, about 6:30, but he won't be at Auntie Frida's yet.
I need to speak to him about repairs to this prefabricated unit.
Yeah, but it's my mum that wrote to you.
Was it? There we are.
Oh, great.
So it was. Still, best to speak to the man of the house, I always think.
You are talking to him.
I'm sorry, I don't quite...
My dad don't live here.
Oh?
No, he's never lived here. In fact, you were very lucky to catch me in.
What about Miss Margaret Moon?
On Mags. Well, she'll be married and out of it soon.
That only leaves your mother.
Yeah, and she's hardly ever here. Oh, must be Christmas.
Lovely weather for ducks. Oh!
This is Mr. Cude, C-U-D-E from the council, C-O-U...
Yeah, all right, Stan. You're coming about the repairs.
Initially, but I'm afraid...
Oh, I've got to get out of this. Come in the bedroom.
I beg your pardon, madam?
I bet you've never seen nothing like this. There, that's where it is.
Mrs. Moon, I understand your husband doesn't live here.
What's that got to do with you?
This accommodation is classified for a married couple with 2 children.
So?
If you and your husband are estranged...
No, I don't see that's any of your business.
It is council's business, I'm afraid. There is a severe housing shortage. You are occupying too large a unit.
So what do you want me to do, move out?
I think, almost certainly, yes.
No right of appeal.
No. As far as the council concerned, we've been living here under false pretences ever since Harvey came home from the war. And them didn't come home.
He did come home, but you slung him out.
That is ancient history now, Margaret.
Yeah, well, I remember it. I weren't even 11.
Has anyone told Harvey? I mean, he may know someone on the Middlesex County Council.
Harvey can't do sod all. Anyway, he's at the seaside for the weekend.
Well, at least they've offered you alternative housing.
Oh, yeah, in Feltham. I don't even know where Feltham is.
I know where Feltham is. We have to play them at cricket. It's 3 buses. That means I've got to leave my school, my mates.
Oh, don't worry, you're not going to live in Feltham. I'll just have to find somewhere to rent round here locally.
What, in 4 weeks?
Oh, I wish to God I'd never put my house on the market.
Don't be silly, Leo.
I suppose I could always tell the Nutleys that I can't accept their offer after all.
That's very sweet, love. But if we're going to go through all this upheaval, I want to end up in my own place at the end of it.
As long as it ain't Feltham.
Listen, you live where you're told. It was you opened your mouth to a total stranger landing us in this mess in the first place.
Well, I ain't going to Feltham.
Just like your father, always shouting the odds.
Oh, you never shout, do ya?
No.
Now, you can't blame the boy, Rita.
God, if only Veronica hadn't asked for her money back.
I knew it. I knew you'd have to start on her.
I'm not starting.
Yeah, well, I heard you say Veronica.
There's only one thing for it.
No, Leo.
There's no point in being stubborn.
I can't.
But I can spare the money.
I couldn't pay you back.
Not immediately, perhaps, but you'd own the house, an appreciating asset.
I don't know.
Here, Mum. Now Nan's moved out and Uncle Eric's dead, there must be loads of room in Auntie Frida's house.
I suppose I could pay you back. 10 bob a week.
It's 8:05.
Did you sleep well, Mr. Moon?
Not a wink. Leading seagulls. You can call me Harvey, you know.
Don't worry, Mr. Moon. I know my business.
Who is it?
It's Mr. Gerard with your early morning tea.
Come in, Mr. Gerard.
Good morning. I hope you and Mrs. Brown slept well.
Oh, yes, we did. Didn't we, Harvey?
Like a top.
Not all night, though, darling.
Oh, no, not all night, darling.
I'd leave it to brew a little. And, how are you and Mrs. Brown enjoying Margate?
Oh, we're having a lovely time.
I'm glad everything went according to plan.
Well, I think you've seen enough. That'll do, Mr. Moon.
Is that it? Can I go? It's a bit like going to the dentist, isn't it? I mean, you worry and you worry, then it's all over, you never felt a thing. Do you want this tea?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, it's nice to have met you.
Shan't.
You don't know what time the next train is back to London, do you?
Oh, hang on. I think I've got a timetable in my bag.
Oh.
It's a rum do, this Margate business, isn't it?
It's a farce.
Of course, Harvey won't really get up to anything.
No.
No.
Well, that's why it's so ridiculous. But, Violet, come on. You didn't come all this way to talk to me about Margate, did you?
No, but I mean, it's silly, isn't it, him having to go down there and do that? I mean, well... Don't you think, Frida, the world would be a nicer place if we didn't have to worry about that sort of thing?
Well, it's only to satisfy the law.
Yeah, that's all we had to satisfy.
We? Violet, what do you mean? Now, if I didn't know you better...
You taking the mickey?
No, I'm sorry. Oh, how stupid of me. I should have seen you were really troubled about something.
Well, a bit potty, innit, having to worry about that sort of thing at my age.
Your age?
Well, I won't see 63 again. I'm sorry to come and moan on your shoulder, Frida, but I don't know anybody else. You see, Harvey's always been my best friend, only... Well, there's some things not meant for men's ears. I've always been a bit shy about certain things. I'm dressing like, and... Well, that's why I never go to the doctors, in case I have to go behind the screens.
Go on.
Well, Jeff thinks that our marriage should be, you know, proper.
But of course. That's not such a terrible thing. Your husband finds you attractive.
Oh. Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I've had my moments in the past, but Cool, blimey.
Now, Violet, really, you shouldn't denigrate yourself.
No, I'm not. What?
Run yourself down.
Oh, no. No, but, you see, it's just that, well, when Jeff and me was courting, so to speak, I mean, he used to come round the flat and we'd have a bite to eat and a listen on my wireless and we'd keep each other company. And I suppose I thought that when we got married and I moved in with him, well, things would be just the same. I mean, well, nothing had changed, really, except maybe keep my feet warm.
You know something? I've always thought that there's more to marriage than that.
Just goes to show how much you can forget. Of course, they say the memory's the first to go.
I still don't think she looks like a Phoebe.
Why, my mum was a Phoebe.
How do you know what your mum looked like? You can't even remember your mum.
Well, that don't mean I don't want to remember her, do it?
What about my mum?
You don't even like your mum.
It's traditional in my family.
What? Not to like your mum?
No. If it's a girl, we always name it after its nan. So Dilys has got to be in there somewhere.
Well, Dorothy's a bit like Dilys, isn't it?
Only because it begins with a D.
Well, we can't have Phoebe, Greta, Dorothy, Dilys. It don't sound right.
It sounds all right to me.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I hope I'm not intruding.
But that depends. We don't know who you are.
I'm the Lady Almoner.
Oh, what? A real lady?
Well, I certainly hope so.
You mean like Lady Docker?
Oh, no, not that sort of lady. I do charity work with the hospital.
If you're collecting, ma'am, I'm sorry, because I'm a bit short at the moment. I mean, what with Dilys
Phoebe?
and everything,
Yes, but that's what I've come to talk to you about. Now, Veronica, I understand that when you leave the hospital, you'll have nowhere to live.
Well, no, that's not true. We've got this...
No, that's right, Mum. We haven't got nowhere.
Well, if I could take a few details.
How can you take details of nowhere?
Harvey?
Oh, I've been practising that in the back of my hand all the way home on the train.
You must have received some strange looks.
It's not as good as the real thing. Oh, I've missed you.
But you've only been away one night.
Seemed like a lifetime. All night, hotel bedroom, gorgeous blonde.
Was she?
What?
Blonde?
No.
Was she gorgeous?
No. She could crack safes with a glance. Right. I've committed adultery in the eyes of the law now. How about a spot of the real thing? Why don't you slip into something a bit more comfortable? You're wearing stockings.
Harvey, what about your mother?
My mother won't like it, but my mother ain't getting it. Sorry, it must be the sea air. Look, there's this bloke, the detective, sent down to catch me in for a granny in my pyjamas. Keeps telling me these jokes. What's pink and wrinkled and hangs out your underpants?
Oh, God.
Your mother on wash day.
What?
Your mother. She washes your underpants, right? And then she hangs them out. Huh.
So, you still ain't been to visit your dad?
No, I don't care, though. I've got Ian and Phoebe.
Well, we can't even spell Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Is that right?
So, Veronica, have you found anywhere to live yet?
Oh, we can go and stay with me mum and dad for a bit.
Well, of course, we can afford a house of our own now. No hard feelings, eh, Mrs. Moon?
What about the money? Oh, no. Mind you, Veronica, it is going to be a big responsibility, you know, owning your own property. You've got the mortgage to pay, you've got the insurance, the rates, the bills. And there's no one to look after the upkeep like when you're with the council.
The council don't look after the upkeep because when you wrote them a letter about
Maggie, we'll be able to manage on Ian's wages.
Well, I still think we should be looking for somewhere to rent for a bit.
Ian?
Oh, isn't she beautiful?
Oh.
Phoebe?
Oh, yeah.
She's got Vern's eyes.
Has she?
Oh, she's lovely. Oh, I'm ever so lucky. Here, what time is it?
Well, it's 4 o'clock.
Oh, she's ready for her feed now.
Right. There you are.
Thanks, mate.
I'll see you tomorrow. I love
Lovely. Thanks for coming.
Well, I'm glad everything worked out for you, Veronica.
Thanks, Mrs. Moon.
Bye.
Bye. I'm going to feed the baby now, Alfie.
Alfie,
Yeah?
come on.
Oh. See ya.
See ya.
I'm sorry. Hey, went quite well, I thought.
You think so?
Well, first time. All right. Next time Dr. Galton has an emergency call out, you can take the chair.
He wasn't any too pleased at the thought of your taking it today.
How do you mean?
Well, with all this talk about your divorce and so on, Galton was worrying you might bring the magistracy into disrepute. I told him you'd resign before you'd allow that to happen.
Well, that's very nice of you.
Don't mention it.
Look, if you think that I'm going to step down just because of some tittle-tattle at the Tory club bar...
Yeah, I've heard they're not all that pleased with you in the Labour Club bar either. Apparently, quite a few of your comrades want to drop you in plenty of time for the next election. I thought it only right to let you know.
Well, you're doing me all kinds of favours today, aren't you?
Well, I'm on your side.
You're a Tory.
Exactly. That's why I'm all for a scandal-haunted lame duck socialist trying to hold on in Downs Ward.
Don't worry. We'd win if Casanova was standing for Labour.
And of course, Mrs. Oh, please go on ahead. You are not overlooked at the back. You have a clear view right down to the River Lee. Ultra-modern bathroom. And this, of course, would be the master bedroom for you and Mr. Moon.
Oh, yeah, it would. How much did you say it was?
That £975 freehold.
Well, I'm very taken.
Well, that is a very reasonable price for this part of Edmonton.
I thought it was Tottenham.
Well, I think you'll find the boundary runs along the middle of the road. Bearing in mind the housing shortage.
Smallest room?
So how come no one's living here now, then?
Well, it's one of those things, Mrs. Moon.
It ain't haunted, is it?
Oh, you heard about,
Well, you hear rumours, you know. Of course, people exaggerate.
It was very sad. When Commander Raj came back from the Far East, found his wife. Oh, I'm sure you can imagine.
What?
Well, she was with an Australian Master Sergeant.
Yeah.
Oh, there were hundreds of women like that in the war, Mrs. Moon.
Never.
I'm sorry if I shock you. Anyway, he killed them both with his bayonet and then blew out his brains with a service brownie.
Where?
Oh, no, it's all right, Yeah, it was in the back garden. When Commander Roger was very house proud. I suppose you don't wish to proceed with the purchase.
Oh, no, I'm not superstitious.
Oh, well, excellent.
Shall we say 900?
Well, one of you's got to make a move.
It's not going to be me.
Well, supposing Jeff don't come round here and beg you to come back.
Well, I just start paying Frida rent again. She won't mind, will you, Frida?
No, but...
And all this boils down to Jeff not wanting to change the wallpaper.
Well, there's a bit more to it than that.
What?
I'm not telling you.
Do you know?
Yes. But I'm not telling you.
Right, well, I'll just have to go and have a word with Jeff myself.
You do no such thing.
This is the 7 o'clock news.
I feel like a cup of tea. Anyone join me?
I'll do it.
Today,
You did the
when Red
vegetables.
Army units
I want to listen.
intensified the
Right,
blockade
all
of
right.
traffic
Stopping
in
you.
and out of the Allied sectors of Berlin.
You sure I can't help you,
Mr.
Frida?
Ernest Bevin, the Foreign Secretary, said in the House today that the West could not give way to Russian blackmail.
Right. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? The Russians are on our side right through the war, and now we're against them, and we're protecting the Germans? Or at least we're responsible for them. I mean, it's ironic, isn't it, Frida?
Oh, don't ask me to weep for the Germans just because their rations are being reduced. Hang the lot of them. I'll get it.
Look, it's just the two of us, in private. What's going on?
It's none of your business, and I'm not telling you.
It's Jeff, isn't it?
I'm not telling you, because if I did, you'd only chew on it.
Come in. Harvey, it's Councillor Vaughan for you.
Carl!
Harvey,
Oh, what can I do for you? Kettle's on if you want a cuppa.
is there somewhere we can talk private?
Blimey, here's another one at it.
Oh, I'll go to the kitchen.
Well, we don't have any secrets, do we?
Have I called at a bad time?
Yeah. Sit down.
Harvey, there's been some talk within the party about your,
My what?
your marital readjustment.
My divorce?
Yes.
In the light of the Tories winning the by-election in Down last
It's only
year...
because the commies split the vote.
It's not that we don't appreciate all the work you've done for the party, in the ward, the council chamber, not to mention your committee work.
Are they asking me to hand in my resignation?
I told them you'd understand.
I won't be long, Harvey. It's a bit peculiar cooking in somebody else's kitchen.
Frida won't mind. Probably glad of the night off.
Bad enough getting used to Jeff's, but Frida's got 2 of everything. Saucepans, cutlery...
Well, that's all Eric's stuff.
No? I didn't know he liked to cook.
Well, Jewish people, they don't mix milk with meat, see?
Oh, why?
Oh, how do I know? I ain't a bleeding rabbi.
All right. No need to jump down my throat.
I'm sorry, Mum, but I've had a terrible battering on. Imagine being told in one day that you're liable to be flung off the bench and out of council. And for why? Because they're all a bunch of bleeding hypocrites. That's why. I mean, nobody said anything when I was separated from Rita and walking out with Frida. But as soon as I try and sort my life out, put things in order...
Don't be stupid, Harvey. You've got Frida, you've got Stanley. You've got a lovely daughter who's going to get married to a fine bloke. Think how much more time you'll have to spend with your family when you give up this public service malarkey.
I might have known you'd come up with something.
Well, if anybody's got cause to grouse, it's me.
I know, but this public service malarkey, as you call it, ain't just to make me feel a big wheel. I mean... meet people, make contacts, better myself. And it affects all the family.
Well, that's history now, Harvey.
I don't have to resign.
No, can wait till they chuck you off.
I could always preempt them.
What?
I could preempt them.
Now, just because you're upset, there's no need to talk rude.
I've got to use the waterworks.
It's off for you.
No one better touch my hotels.
As if I would.
Oh, no, if you do.
Well, go on then. Only I'm allowed to do that to Mickey. Oh, God, about time. Who's off day closing?
Don't show off in front of your friends, Stanley. I'll have to pull your trousers down. This game must have been going on for ages. What'd you do, bunk off school?
No, they sent us home early from games because it was raining.
Whose turn?
Yours. Stanley just landed on the strand, but don't worry, he paid you.
Hey, you're twins!
No, we're triplets. Yeah, up by the hill. Should we carry this game on after school tomorrow? Yeah.
You didn't have to go, Stanley. What's the matter? You ashamed of your mother?
No, I just didn't want him around because I've got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, yeah? What about?
Buying a house without asking me or Mags.
What's that got to do with you? I'm paying the mortgage.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll have to live there, won't I? Maggie should be married and gone soon, but me...
Yeah, well, I had to get my offer in quick. It's a bargain. It ain't 900 quid.
You're joking. I could have bought the whole of Park Lane for 350.
Oh, Mr. Slim, hello, come in, love.
I'm glad I caught you in, Mrs. Moon. I tried to telephone your shop.
I was buying furniture down Piccadilly.
Oh, dear.
Well,
I fear you may have acted a little hastily.
I thought Hodge's executioners had accepted my offer.
Executors?
Yeah.
Yeah, provisionally.
I thought you said no one else would touch that house.
Why?
Never you mind.
Yeah, unfortunately, yesterday, a young couple viewed the premises and offered the asking price.
Who?
Oh, I'm not at liberty to say, but they do have a young baby. I remember that because they were still arguing about what to call it when they left.
Mr. Slim, this might be a complete shot in the dark, but was she a fat girl, a bit simple, and she had a little bloke with her, dark?
And her name was Veronica.
Good God, how do you know?
Does this mean I lose the house?
Oh, I would not have come here just to bring bad news, Mrs. Moon. You see, it is my professional opinion that although this young couple may have sufficient funds to cover the deposit and so on, they may have the greatest difficulty in meeting the mortgage repayments.
So?
So, if you could match their offer.
Now, this isn't some cock and bull story you've made up just to bump up your commission.
No one could invent Veronica, Mum.
No.
And the house would still be a bargain, Mrs. Moon.
But I've just spent 30 quid on furniture.
Hello, Madam Phyllis. Oh, Mum. No, he's gone racing at Ali Pally. What? 30 quid? Look, I know Leo wouldn't mind, but I can't just dip in the till, can I? Yeah, I know you would. Anyway, I've just done the till and we've only got £7.5 and 8 in money. Well, it isn't Tottenham, is it? We've got cheques and account customers. All right, calm down and tell us why you need the money in such a tearing hurry. You ain't up to spare, are ya?
Harvey,
Hold on.
supper's on the table.
Won't be a minute.
What are you doing?
Don't come in.
Oh, this is ridiculous. You have nothing I haven't already seen.
Have you ever seen one of these?
I'm lost for words.
Still fits pretty well, doesn't it?
Yes. I can always move this button here. So what's happening? Are we going to a fancy dress party?
Is supper really on the table?
Well, no, I mean, nearly.
Sit down. You remember telling me, when you were a little girl, how dashing you thought Eric was in his uniform?
Yes.
Well...
What about the red one? You know, the one that I wore to Olive's 21st?
Oh, don't be stupid. You know it's too big.
I ain't that fat.
In the bust.
Or pad it out or something.
What with?
Stanley's football socks.
Oh, yeah. And what about when he kisses me goodnight? Gets a handful of football kit.
Well, it's better than a handful of nothing. Well, what about one of me mum's dresses then?
Oh, no, I couldn't. Not without asking.
Yes, you could. Of course you could. She wouldn't even know.
Yes, she would, Mags. No, I couldn't, Mags. Not without asking.
All right, then, don't, Janice.
Well, what about this navy one, eh?
Go on, then. Try it on.
Would it be embarrassing, though, if your mum walked in and caught me in one of her dresses?
I wish that was all I had to worry about.
Oh, it'll be all right. Do you think this is long enough?
I mean, it's not as if he won't notice. The last time I saw him, I had an half-carat solitaire with baguette shoulders and a platinum setting on my finger.
Are these Stanley socks?
It ain't gonna work.
Oh, look, he won't even notice.
Oh, do me a favour, Janice, look at it.
Oh, it's all right, we got it. Oh, Janice, that looks nice. You're not going to wear those socks. What's under your hand?
There you are, you see. I want the 30 quid back for me ring tomorrow.
Shh, Alfie's outside.
Hello, all. Back in one piece. Hello, Mags. What have you done to your hand?
Oh, don't ask. It was really stupid.
Oh, well, go on and tell us.
Well,
She caught it in the night safe.
Yeah, it was night.
Yeah, Martin's Bank, Southampton Road, wasn't it, mate?
It's notorious. I don't know why they call it a safe. It's not safe at all, is it?
No.
It's not broken, is it?
Oh, no, it's just bad bruising, the doctor said.
I meant the safe. I don't know. I'll fight mad Hugh Fraser, get away with cut lip and...
Oh, Alfie.
Oh, don't worry, though. Don't hurt the kiss.
Ooh. So you went all the way to Scotland just for a good hiding, eh?
Oh, well, 50 nick ain't bad to losing, is it? When you did that, what happened to the ring?
Well, my fingers were swelling up, so I was advised to take it off before it cut off my circulation.
So
what would you do with it?
I don't know. Put it somewhere safe?
Well, it is somewhere safe.
Where?
Alfie, do you want those flowers in water, or do you prefer them dry?
Thanks, Mrs. Mary.
I'm told.
So where is it?
Round her neck.
Whoa.
No, it's not round hers, it's round my neck. It's round my neck.
Oh, well, I better check the damages in there. Oh, my taxi, look. I have to go. I'll see you later, yeah?
I'll see you later.
See you all.
Right.
He didn't tweak, did he?
I want the 30 quid back from me ring tomorrow, right? Because I'm not letting...
Careful!
Don't be stupid, you know there's nothing wrong with it.
All right, I'll speak to Leo in the morning.
I'm going.
Have a nice time.
You see Veronica today?
No, tomorrow.
I'll give her my love, will you? Poor old thing, she never has any luck.
What do you mean? She got Phoebe and she got Ian.
I know, but I mean her being after the same house as you.
I'll see you tomorrow, Johnny.
Right?
You never told me Veronica was after the same house as you.
Oh, didn't I?
No, you never. How am I going to face her? She's supposed to be my best friend and I've helped make her homeless.
Yeah, well, I am very sorry about Veronica and everything, but the family comes first. I mean, she's still got the money.
But they're discharging her from hospital tomorrow. She's going to be out on the street.
Well, the council will take care of her. She got a baby and everything.
Well, I don't think I could have lied to Alfie if I'd known about Veronica.
Well, that's part of growing up.
But I ain't lying to him.
Well, if you're going to marry him, you might as well get used to it.
Hello, Harvey. Saw this. Been listening to your Vera Lynn records.
Yeah.
Should have told me you're having a party.
I'm re-enlisting, didn't I? Frida Gottlieb, my intended, my mother, Mrs. Moon, the Hackney Gazette.
What's the date today?
Well, it's April something, why?
It's not April the 1st, is it?
Eh?
It's not your idea of an April Fool's trick, is it?
The freedom of the free world is under threat. There's no joke about that.
So, you're chucking your job to re-enlist?
Yeah, well, only till Joe Stalin realises he can't push the Allies around over Berlin.
No one else in Hackney's even talking about joining up again.
No, they ain't.
Well, that's what makes it news, isn't it? Cool, I don't have to teach you a job, do I?
Of course not. So, you're doing this out of pure patriotism?
Yeah.
You sure there's no ulterior motive?
Shame on you for even suggesting it.
Now, what could I be thinking about, Harvey? What could I be thinking about?
You do owe me a favour.
Your son's a very unusual fellow, Mrs. Moon.
That's because I dropped him on his head when he was a baby.
She never said that. That's off the record.
All right, Harvey. I'll see what I can do. I won't print it, but it makes a lot of sense.
What?
About you being dropped on your head when you was... Ta-da!
Went rather well, I thought.
I think you're completely cuckoo. I don't believe you're really going through with this.
That's all right. It's only for the duration of the airlift. I mean, it'll be over by Christmas at the latest.
That's what they said in 1914.
You do anything Saturday fortnight, Mags?
You know I keep my weekends free for you.
Look, can't you save all this smoochy stuff for later? Because I'm trying to eat my sandwich here.
Then eat it in your bedroom.
No, because I'll get crumbs in the bed.
So what's so special about Saturday fortnight then?
Well, I've been offered an eliminator.
What?
200 quid, Southern Area title, win, lose or draw.
Why are you telling me this? You know I hate it.
Turned it down.
Really?
Well, I thought you didn't want me a box.
Oh, no, but I mean 200 quid.
But you always said you'd stop fighting when I stopped fighting.
So?
So I booked us into a nice little hotel in Westcliff. Thought we might go the distance at last.
You dirty sod. I'll have to ask Leo for the day off.
She's got it!
Well, she better keep it to herself, because we don't want it.
I got a call to the salon. My mortgage is through. It's full steam ahead.
And I've been saving this for just such a special occasion.
I'll get the glasses.
They're in the sideboard here. I washed them.
Where are the glasses? God, I haven't had champagne since I was with Connie. Oh, you washed them. I haven't had champagne since I was with Connie Rosenthal at the Pink Flamingo. Only it wasn't champagne then. It was cider, and we never told the customers.
I wish Dad was here.
Oh, you come and see us in the new house.
No, I mean, I wish you weren't going back in the ref.
Listen, I know your dad as well as anyone. He ain't doing this just because he loves the people of Berlin. There.
I'm afraid I may have called at an inconvenient moment.
Yes, you have. Mum, it's Mr. Cute from the council.
What does he want? Yeah?
I'm sorry to call at such a late hour, but I'm afraid I must ask if I can show some prospective tenants around.
Now?
Well, you did notify us you were giving up the tenancy.
Oh, well, all right then.
So, can I have the day off then, Saturday fortnight?
Certainly you can.
Why?
Alfie's got some relatives in Westcliff. We thought we might go and visit them.
I haven't got any relatives.
Yes, you have.
Yes, of course you have.
Well, where are they?
Well, I'm afraid I asked them to meet me here 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll leave the door on the latch. When they get here, you pop your heads in, all right? He only wants to show some people round the prefab.
Oh, we better tidy then.
Oh, no, leave it. It's not as though we're going to get anything for it. Come to think of it, I've poured 500 quid in rent down the drain since we've been here.
They're here.
Well, you show them round. You know the place as well as anyone.
Okie dokie.
I don't like him.
The 38 Fairmead Avenue and the Moon.
Surprise, surprise! I bet you didn't guess it'd be me.
Oh, no.
Hello.
Hello, stranger.
Oh, I thought you was going to be down the allotment.
Oh, doing a bit of larceny, are we?
No, well, I just collecting a few of my things. You all right?
Fair enough. You?
Yeah, yes, Frida's been very nice about things.
Gets a bit lonely at night. In the evening, I mean.
Yeah.
I expect Frida and Harvey are a great comfort to you.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't like to intrude.
I was going to give you a tinkle.
Well, why didn't you then?
Well, I was hoping you might get in touch first.
Yeah, but you're not on the blower.
No, you know what I mean. Yeah, I was down Wood Green this morning.
Oh, Geoffrey Barrett.
I was going to put it up at the weekend and then get you over.
Oh, where'd you get it?
Oh, I looked all over, but they had some at the co-op.
Oh.
I missed you.
Oh, you daft apeth.
I'm sorry, Vi.
Well, takes two to make a quarrel.
You any good at paper hanging?
No, but I'm a dab hand with a teapot.
Oh, I'll put the kettle on. You better unpack first.
Come. Corporal Moon H, 245611, sir.
At ease. Easy. Good to see you, Moon. Sit down. No need to stand on ceremony. After all, you are a civilian now.
But my heart has always been with the RAF.
Commendable. Very commendable.
That's why I want to do my bit over this Berlin business.
Yes, of course. Your letter was very moving.
Thank you, sir.
Unfortunately, we're not recalling reservists to the ranks.
Well, I know that.
The government feel that those that did their bit, so to speak, during the war, should not be recalled.
But I've got special skills.
With respect, Moon, we're not recalling pilots, let alone store clerks.
But with respect to you, sir, this airlift, it's nothing more than a huge warehousing operation. And that is my area of expertise, warehouses.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much.
I really want to help.
I'm afraid it's not today, thank you.
Look, I've taken the day off work. What do you want me to come all the way here for if you're just going to waste me time?
We thought we owed you the courtesy of a personal interview. After all, you are somewhat of a dignitary in your own locality. Justice of the Peace, borough councillor. Unlike some, you appear to have found your niche in Civvy Street.
Yeah, well, things ain't always what they seem.
Sorry?
Nothing. Thanks for your time.
No. Thank you, Moon. I'll see you out.
No, it's all right. I can find my own way.
Oh, bloody silly, really. Lost the real one jumping over Antwerp. Should have tried a parachute, eh? Good luck, Moon.
Thank you, sir.
Elsmith, ensure that Corporal Craig sees Mr. Moon right off the premises. Something rather odd about the man.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Oh, listen, your father isn't feeling very well. It's Stanley.
Frida?
Oh, hello, Dad. What's up?
I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
Well, that'll change when you're back in the RAF.
But they turned me down.
How could they? They ain't allowed to. You're Justice of the Peace, highly respected member of Hackney Council, chairman of the Leisure and Amenities Committee, member of the Housing Committee.
Where'd you get all that from?
It's in the local paper. Ain't you read it yet?
Oh, I couldn't bring myself to buy a copy.
Can't wait till I take that at my school on Monday. Mr. Compton will read it out in assembly, I bet.
Well, your journalist friend seems to have done you proud.
But they didn't want me.
Councillor swaps red tape for spit and polish. Harvey Moon, Justice of the Peace, da-da-da-da. Here. He's being hailed as a local hero after announcing he is giving up his promising career to play his part in the Berlin airlift.
Shame there ain't a picture.
Councillor Colin Vaughan, deputy leader of the Labour group, said, Harvey Moon is a true patriot as well as a skillful politician. His place on our benches is assured upon his return. You see, it's not all bad news.
What are they going to say on Monday night when I turn up at the council?
Think I'll buy another copy. Look great on the wall in my new bedroom. Here, this is Auntie Frida's room, innit?
It's our room now, Stanley.
Frida?
Oh, come on.
Well...
Why you moved down, Dad? I mean, I'm really looking forward to having a room of my own.
Look, son, when you're older, you'll understand.
Oh, I get it. I suppose the stairs do get a bit much at your age.